All right, check, check. Check 1, 2. There we go. Well, I am back. It has been a while. Happy New Year to you, wherever you are out there in this big, beautiful world. I hope it's going well, and happy to be back. It has been, it's been overdue, and I have been playing in my online hiatus. I just haven't made the time to get everything up and running and streaming, and with all the updates the game has been having as it transfers hands. I've just been kind of, just building in the background as the game updates and stuff, and just, getting used to how it functions as it, keeps improving. So far, I'm really happy with what Iceflake has been doing. They've been communicative and they've provided asset support. They've done a couple good things so far. So excited to see how it's going. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to the game being able to get to the place it should have been a long time ago. I mean, it's getting there. So so super happy to be back on and hanging out, building. So pretty stoked to go ahead and just fly around here for a little bit to kind of showcase what I've done so far with this new build here. So this is styled off of the San Fernando Valley in California, so in Los Angeles, and there's a couple, obvious discrepancies. So it's not gonna be a one-to-one, but just heavily inspired by, if you will. So to start off, we are going to be greeted with really this giant kind of metro station. So it's the metro yard. It houses all of the trains that will really just hopefully be pretty bustling when we get everything up and running. This is one interchange I'm going to have to redo entirely because I did end up adding an extension highway. So my initial plan was to kind of get everything. So I mean, I would love to have done it this way, but kind of I got to a certain point and figured I knew where I'd want the highway to go anyway. So initially I wanted to go ahead and actually get everything just gridded out as much as I could, and then go in and demolish where I wanted the highway. That would be cool. I would want to kind of take that approach in the future, but just overall, given the scale, I mean, I was kind of able to, have an idea of where I wanted the extra beltway to end up. So I did end up throwing it down, and I'll keep in mind for the future to be able to like do something like that would be really fun. To have to figure out how you're gonna weave a highway through a developed area. So that was something I was thinking on, but overall ended up just going with the beltway idea to where this grid is central to what will be a surrounding highway loop. But overall, really stoked with the way this has turned out so far. Mainly we can come in and check this out. I'm really happy with the sort of bike network and bus lane here. So it's a dedicated bus lane. You'll only see services using this. So you're only going to see police, you're only going to see trash, and of course, buses. But only city services use this road, so it's pretty awesome. Comes in handy, keeping buses off of our main avenues, and just really overall just love the idea. It leaves us with this huge commercial corridor, and I absolutely love it. There's a couple copy paste gas stations over on this side now that I'm realizing I didn't lock anything on this side down. So it looks like we got nothing but gas on this side. So we'll change that. But the overall scale of this so far is sort of blowing my mind. I like when I take a step back and I'm like, okay, hold on, I kind of set out for something big here. So but yeah, right now we're cooking. We're cooking, and it's going well. It's gonna be really fun getting to a place where we can start to develop on the hillside, start to get some neighborhoods up in here. And so we look up here, we do have some functioning industry. So this is a big mining area that once we keep moving along, I'll end up putting more industrial use back here. It's not just going to stay like this, but this definitely got us rolling, and it got us producing some minerals here to where we can actually stop importing and start exporting. So we did get some radio towers, some communications up here. So to the back side of this will actually be this park, like kind of sitting in this gorge here. And I remember drawing this road and not cleaning this up at all too. So when we focus on this area, we'll get to it. But just laying down the bare bones for what I want to take place back here. So yeah, this big park, and eventually a very small town up here. And I don't even know where to go when we get back here, you know what I'm talking about? But just splotched, pretty much splotched development. We'll leave it for the most part barren. That's just how it would be. But some things going on here and there. So this will be a challenge. This will be like a fun challenge to try to like go through here and everything. Actually really happy with the way that this road ends up weaving through here. Just supernatural. So really, really having a blast with this map. And I believe I did post this, so it should be available. So this map is out there. So this is the actual rail yard here, so not just like a metro. This is where we're dealing with cargo and some passenger trains here. So I don't have any actual passenger lines though, so this train is going to be sitting here for a minute. It might be something I end up doing down the road, to where it would be cool to shoot off a train line and actually and have it run, along the maybe along the farmlands, where we shoot it out in a direction to where it can we can throw in a terminal somewhere to serve this area. So tons of ideas, tons to do, tons to throw down. The general general process I've been going by is trying to fill in most of the loop before doing anything else really. So filling in this central valley before I start to get to anything like downtown or the port or just just any other bigger things here. Before I start to branch off, I would like to get a majority of the work done on the central part. So that is the overall plan. So we'll keep chugging away. We got a lot to fill in, but it's not impossible. So I've been going at it a couple hours here and there, and yeah, making it happen. So I guess enough of an intro. I'll start doing something, I guess. So these we've been having. I mean, this is gonna pop up, and I'm totally okay with that. Because if we know one of these is not moving around, then we have an issue. Like if one's just staying in the same place, well, we know we have something we got to look at. But these just kind of pop up here and there, so wouldn't pay too much mind to them. Something I do need to focus on though is going to be the resource costs. So it's just really how much we have to import right now, because again, like the only thing I've set up is mining and farming. So it's not like we're producing the oil we should be producing in a place like California. We're not producing that yet. So of course, yeah, we're still gonna have these high resource costs because we got to import all of that. So that'll stay put for a little bit. But eventually may this balance back out, perhaps. But the overall goal is to get this flowing, to get it cooking, and I mean, I imagine we'll start to as soon as we get our oil in here, we should see a big uptick. And just and also with the updates taking place to where updating buildings now require building materials, that will definitely need some forestry to help balance that out. So we'll get there. We're not too much in a deficit anyway. So I mean, less than 2 mil. So on this scale, we're pretty good. So we'll get some more stuff down. We gotta get definitely more single family. Got that going, but I know we gotta get more industry too. And I was kind of thinking to fill this in, because I don't like how this just ends right now. Because I want to kind of connect this up, get this through here. At least have this fleshed where I can connect this to something and figure if I do want another interchange here. I might just skip this road though. Probably makes sense. So let me try to tackle that now. At least the roadway here. A little something like that. Way to do this, just branch these out here. And we go ahead and upgrade to some bridge segments. I think that one is already a bridge, if I'm not mistaken. Not B. Okay. That with the update. Oh, it's gonna want to do that whole segment there. So we don't want that. So what we will do and then we'll fix the nodes back up. Right. Okay, they went back to normal. Well, solid. That gave us a bridge there. Just love seeing the traffic roll through here too. Love seeing that. That was awesome. Oh, we have bridge on still. Oops. Alright, there we go. So we'll hug this a little bit more here. Side of the hill. I'll leave that for now. Liking it. Alright, solid. So that'll add just a little bit of interconnectivity. Might see one or two just because one or two cars over here, but yeah, not doing too much right now. Ready? So we can look at filling this in. Okay, so actually, I am thinking do some extra off ramps here. Just because right now, I mean, it's gonna filter all this industrial traffic, but it's also gonna filter that residential traffic. So it wouldn't hurt to throw like maybe an off ramp. But actually, I mean, we don't need. This would be fine as a through. Especially once we get this hooked up. Because these will have interchanges to them. One thing that's really gonna seal the deal here is just a bunch of decals hidden under the ground, and then coming back through with trees. So let's get something new here. Might be able to do some apartments over here. Oh, we'll see if this idea works. I don't know. We'll see if it fits. Okay, cool. Just shrink it by... Do... Oh yeah, probably another unit here, actually. Maybe something like that. Oh yeah, that kind of bumps in at that hill. Not a problem if we clean it up. Pretty solid. I'm not gonna be able to reach this. All these wrong. Kind of wild. Yeah, all right. That's more. It would be easier to just redo it, bro. There. Perfect. I mean, we could add a retaining wall. It's just I'm not a big fan. Like the shadows they do sometimes. I know I have it turned off. So okay, that could be pretty cool. That could be pretty sweet. All right, I dig that. Yeah, that's cool. Right? Fan of that. Beautiful. Nice. Oh yeah, that probably is pretty loud, huh? Like, I don't want to worry about it though. For once. For once. I dig that. But they don't need a light. I could just free flow. Now, what if actually now that I've seen it, I'm not against it. Like I said, oh, but you can only do these on highways, huh? Yeah, you can only put the. Oh, okay. Dang it. All right, I was hoping to throw like a sound barrier on like the train track here or something. Because I mean, they totally do that. So, and even just walls to block out sound, just on big avenues too. I mean, that's definitely a thing. But we can't do that, so we won't do that. But if you've seen it, you know what I mean. But there's just like, if it comes to a point, you gotta put a sound barrier up too. So like, you see that all the time. So that'd be really cool if it could snap right onto this. But we might be able to mitigate it like the old-fashioned way. Just trees. I just want to see if that does anything on the info view. Isn't it supposed to? Like, wouldn't we see like a tiny little bit of something? We could redo this a little bit to actually put some commercial or office. Alright, you know what? I said I wasn't going to worry about it. This could be chunked out, made into a park or something. And this, I mean, we would just leave. Alright. As I said, I'm not going to worry about it. I'm worrying about it. You know what I am going to... You know what? I'm going to push more industry. How about that? That's how little I'm worrying about it. So all of these these 2,000 people living inside these small apartment complexes, they're gonna have to deal with a little ambient noise. a little white noise, if you will. Just because I like that there. I mean, it's fitting, and by fitting, like it's out of place, but it's fitting, if that makes any sense at all. It's just the more I look at like real life examples of how stuff is laid out, I feel way way less like iffy about doing it in game. I mean, a solution's a solution, and that's how things work in the real world. So these are probably to get some noise complaints too now. But it happens. That's the thing. It's just honestly, when I'm playing the game, it's more so a fact like my ADHD kind of kicking in. Like I don't like seeing these. So when I am trying to make a city more aesthetically pleasing, if I have too many of these, which kind of ends up being the case, it'll drive me nuts. Because these will just keep poking out at me, and I'll see him sitting over there, and I'll like want to do something about it. But just keep building. I don't have any of, yeah, I didn't go back and get some decals that I know I needed. Well, I'll have to do that. There is the dirt decals under here, with these sort, oh, okay, that's it. That's it. That's what I was looking for. Is this stuff really blends this texture together. It kind of seals the deal, if you will. Nice. I think there is a mod for that too. I could look at that. So just figured I'll leave this like this, and then when it comes time, gal this up, blend it all in. Well, until then, got this little corner figured. Go ahead and stamp this out real quick. So I'm gonna keep the density low for these. Try to get something that takes up some space though. I can just expand the footprint of it really. Something like a motel might be kind of cool. Maybe. That's pretty solid. Alright, I can dig it. Dang it. Alright. Not quite. 1 unit smaller. Where's the... wait, what? What is this? What's the road? Why are we getting this here? Oh, it's... what, this one? Oh. Okay, before I hit undo on move it. Make sure we don't lose progress. Alright, so it's close. There, okay. There we go. Boom. Dang it. Dang it. Alright. Good result. Alright. Gonna be all natural. How about that? Alright. And that'd be cool if it lined up 90 degrees. Pretty sweet. The awning, do we have it with the other side? Touch up as I go here. I know I'm gonna, oh man, there's gonna have to be like a whole good bit of just palm trees around here. This is coming along here. One thing that really, yeah, I'm not sure the exact mechanic that leads these to operate on the highways, but they do. And he's going for it here. He's highway bound right now. So I'm not sure why that happens. I do not know what's going on with that. Like importing, it says working, but you know, it doesn't say importing or exporting. But it's got to be doing one of those, right? He's just working. He's going on break, I guess. It's break time. So, not sure what that's all about. It's kind of wild. But all good. Nice. So this is that density that I've been after for a while. Here, I'm gonna hit a cinematic real quick. I have a couple of those on deck. So there is. Let me do bustling. Our focal length at 100. 100 something. Boom. Oh, there we go. Actually, let me zoom out a tad. So maybe not 100. Maybe a little less. Let's peep this. Yeah, after they added the bikes, it's been a blast. The mechanic's a little weird. It is a little weird, but I'm liking it. There was just so much detail there that the frame rate dropped. All right, good stuff. Yeah, those bus stations. Oh man, those things are freaking to the brim. Holy. Is this station looking healthy? This this station is very busy. If we go down here, oh yeah, it's looking so this bus lane is getting tons of use. So big fan of that. And it looked like this one was beyond full. Yeah, so we are having tons of people use this bus station. Yeah, so this bike lane really working out. Just adding to the congestion, of course. Yeah, see, these are like, you know, why is like nobody's moving here? and then for no reason. Okay. Hit a turn around. See, so there's a couple funky things, you know. Oh, love to see that. The Miatas. Gang, gang. Red, white, and blue, baby. And then the Mustang. Yeah, these are awesome, dude. These are sweet. Oh, okay. Short-lived. What's that? Oldsmobile. Yeah, these custom cars are fun. Those are super fun to see. It looks like we have a bunch of despawning at this intersection, though. We do have a lot hooked up to it. There is, yeah, there's tons going on right here. But, I mean, there's tons going on everywhere. It's getting to that point, man, where it's, So where was it? Over here. Yeah, all this detail slowing us down a bit. So these tunnels were fun to figure. I was trying something new, so I did something different here, and I did something different here. I was trying to figure like which route Sims were taking, like if they were, you know, going to path into an overpass, or if they were going to path into an underpass. Like I was trying to see which one was going to be more efficient for them, so I just tried a whole bunch of different configurations over in this part. So there's, yeah, this tunnel that goes directly under like everything. Go around over here, and then there's a shorter tunnel just over here. So it's trying to figure like, yeah, which one they were going to prioritize. I mean, taking away the crosswalk, they still scoot about. I tried something to where I did an overpass across the bus lane, and I think I tried that like over here. I think I was trying to squeeze in an overpass across just the bus lane, and it wasn't working. So the tunnels seem to be a good way to go. I do seem to get good usage out of them. And it's, yeah, it's keeping people from clogging up this. So I do end up, you know, this configuration's pretty sweet. Oh, I guess one thing I could do is take away this crosswalk, huh? Because you would just go here. So actually, let me knock those out. We just want people crossing at the main section. We're gonna get tons of bikers doing. As far as, yeah, like the pedestrians still cut through, they get off the bus and then just hop right through here, instead of course, walking around. So, you know, cut throughs like that, like, I mean, it makes sense. It'd be nice if you could limit it, but alright, so let's scoot back over this way. Put some homes along this section. Solid. gonna need one more interchange here. Figure something out for it. That'd be kind of funky. Make something happen though. This could actually be another trumpet. It would be good to get another interchange in here. Probably use it. Yeah, I'm gonna throw one down. I just don't like it being that close to the intersection, you know? But it happens. Then we're gonna need 2 different segments. Okay, so that makes things weird. Huh. With this one? Yeah, these get a little funky.
better. I think I'm doing, yeah, something more like that. Boot it up a little bit.
Hey, right on.
Well, thank you for the follow. Z8P?
Thank you much. Thanks for hanging out. Hoping I'll be able to get this looking pretty groovy.
Okay, question being, well, I guess not so much a question here. I'll upgrade this. Yeah, hopefully mess things up too bad. And actually, plane
And branch it out around here. Now comes the best part. In a second. And really just being able to see it flow. Nice. All right, so we'll let this do its thing real quick. We're gonna. I am imagining we're gonna see some instant movement like as soon as I hit play. That'll be pretty sweet, and I don't think it'll get too crowded. I don't think so. Light here, you know, but it should be fine. I mean, it should be totally fine. Because this is going to alleviate some pressure. This one. Majority are truck. So a lot of this truck traffic is coming in whenever we expand on our like commercial zones and everything, because the way it works now is that, yeah, any commercial is going to have storage. So we're sitting with, you know, as it stands, since I'm not building, we're going to import enough to float the city. But anytime I zone more commercial, we import new goods to then ship to those new buildings, right? So definitely want to keep these flowing. But the thing is, it can only flow up to a, you know, up to a point, because this thing is just not optimized for traffic flow. Um, there's ways around it, you know. There's ways around it, I know. But to not have to like do anything janky, to like lead one way, like a one way in and then the one way out, you know, doing it that way, I mean, sure. That's just not how this one ended up, I guess. So, I wish these did operate a little differently. Just, I mean, you have the trucks going in, and then they get held up for no reason. So, I mean, it's, you know. So, they can either go this way, they can go this way, but it's like they're not routing themselves for efficiency, right? So, I mean, they would be able to go out this way and get out no problem. Or they would loop around this way and then wait at the light. So as I was messing around with it, I was trying to see the best way to link it all up. That's why I just gave multiple exits. But I'm sure for another build, I will try to definitely make sure that this is optimized for flow. Because yeah, having the in and then having the out this way doesn't make a ton of sense.
Could do a bunch of apartments here. Maybe. Want something fix? Instant noise. I mean, you know, that's how it is.
This is very much how it is too. I mean, definitely like kind of El Segundo. Got the oil fields on one side and then houses right on the other. Let me see if I can pull that up real quick. Love a good reference, right? it is definitely a thing. To just have massive amounts of industry right next to residential. All right, we're not too far off. We are not too far off here. Okay, you know, definitely happens. Divided by a simple street and massive amounts of industry. So, you know, we're gonna pretend that those icons aren't there, because it is definitely a thing. Now for here, it seems like there's a, you know, commercial, more so warehousing, industrial use. But I mean, you know, we get to the point where, hey, boom, here's our apartments, our cloud industry. So we're rolling with it. So this is pretty much what I had in my, a little bit different configuration, you know, but for the most part, we can try to add some buffer space, right? Yeah, it looks like that's what they're doing with the parking lots. They're adding that buffer for actual residences, but not so much. You don't have to do it for the commercial. But it's there. It happens. You know. They do have a earth embankment though. So something like this is definitely going to help with the noise. That I don't want to go just over, but I mean, so you get a muffled, you know, version of all the sound produced. Not as loud as maybe it could be if it was just directly right there. But I mean, point being that, yeah, you can go ahead and tuck homes right up to your resident or your residential zoning right up to your industrial. I mean, this is something that happens in real life. So we're mimicking that, but the game is giving us issues. So we're gonna build it, right? They just have this giant oil field down here. And it's very clearly looking like, you know, 2.5 blocks roughly. Have like 1 block here and then 2 blocks. So if we like took this section and turned it sideways, you know, that's pretty much how much is declared for oil. And that used to be this whole area, really. So pretty freaking cool. It's you know, like this area doesn't even exist. But very important. So, all right, we can stop gawking. We can go back to it. So we're gonna put up with these because this is how things happen, right? Point in case. Trying to think, actually, I might do some commercial here at some point in the future. We need something, so this is going to be, you know, commercial corridor, and this is going to be
commercial corridor. This for sure. Our main commercial corridor here. But definitely need just more areas with a larger footprint like this, so to expand it this way. Be nice. And then, of course, we'll leave this. So yeah, well, I mean, we're gonna keep some homes fronting, not entirely. The city is incredibly noisy. Well, it was getting a crap ton of likes. I didn't even know they had like a like thing. That's wild. I had no idea that existed. Well, that's pretty neat. So you can see out of yeah, like 34,000 people. Oh, that's probably, oh, how many teens do we have? I love looking at that kind of thing to see if they're actually like crunching some sort of like numbers behind the scenes. Like if we look at our teens, our teen population, so 6.8% of 34. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. They're there's a way more in-depth what a geez, I haven't played I'm freaking pulled this up in that long. It's got all your city statistics, and you change your filters. Uh, uh, why am I blanking on that? Get like your whole city rundown. Blah blah. But you can essentially filter by age, all that sort of stuff. I don't know why I'm blanking on where to pull that up. This. Oh, Pfizer. Okay. That's a cool view. That's pretty neat. As far as profitability along main roads. That's pretty sweet. Totally blanking on that info.
Alright, well, we'll skip that. But anyway, that'd be neat to see. Figure if this like pretty much accounts for most, if not all, of the teens in the city, or like how many adults are liking one thing. Because like there's been some pretty funky stuff within the game to where like infants go to work. I remember seeing that, so that was pretty weird. Oh, whoa, that's pretty neat. Well, that's good. All the car accidents we have, nobody ever dies. Oh, spoke too soon. February 2030. RIP. Valentine's Day? That's neat. See, I had no idea that happens. That's pretty cool. Oh, so okay, so like tourism, so change in tax income, 1% on Valentine's Day. So we saw a 1% tax income increase on Valentine's Day. That's fun. I mean, negligible, but fun. See, I had no idea that was a thing. Like holidays and stuff. That's cool. I didn't know that. That's cool. Alright, what we can do though is look at getting another section plotted out of some homes. We will chew into this. It's like, for this, do I want a double frontage road? Because I think, it gives us roughly, yeah, so yeah, that is how it would work. Alrighty. Yeah, so we'll double frontage this. Alright, sounds good. Solid. Nice and simple. Oh, geez. What a rookie. All right. So, I mean, all right. Well, so this is what I was doing in the background. So we got this all plotted out. I had no idea. Still had it on that screen. At first, I was zoning these, but it became a lot easier to just plop them. Because every time you hit a corner, it just stops working. And then once you hotkey the shuffle button, plopping becomes a whole lot easier. Example, this typically works. You'll get some free lots. Most just end up with a lot of these wider lots. Uniform. It just turns out to be easier. Throw them all down. On maps still. Oh, is this so is this whole city rebuild of an actual city, or just yeah? So with this one, I'm just taking heavy influence from Los Angeles. So really just the greater Los Angeles metropolitan area. So nothing, I guess, in particular, like one-to-one, like in that sense. So no, it's not a one-to-one, but you will find that things look very familiar. Like if you're familiar with the valley, it should feel very familiar just by looking at a couple things in here. So like with a section like this, I will say, although again not one-to-one, very heavily influenced. Let me try to find this area. And let me let me remember to switch back this time too. So if we were to float up here, float into yeah, so busway. So this, like, yeah, areas like this. So there's a college on the corner here, right where the busway intersects with a four-way intersection. I'll get to the other example here in a second. But so for example, you have this, and then you have, and then you have, so not a four-way, um, but essentially, yeah, we have our college here. We have the bus lane cutting through. So I mean, it could get to a point where I do actually make that a four-way, but essentially, it's very heavily modeled after this. So if you can kind of see, but if you can kind of see, it's, yeah, I mean, very heavily inspired by. And then we had, where was it? This section right here. So again, although not exactly like one-to-one or the same, like it's just very heavily inspired by. So if we were to look at this section and getting the other one queued up in the background here. So hopefully this lines up pretty nice. But you can kind of, you can see, you can make the connections to where these places are, right? And so that's kind of the goal, is to have a bunch of places that are really just hodgepodge together. Just like how the creators of GTA make a map. They take from an overall area, and then they just kind of make a compact version of the things they like. They just keep the elements they want, and then get rid of stuff they don't. So I mean, in essence, that's what's going on here. Because I mean, if we're looking, it's like clearly there is a good bit of stuff happening in here. So you have this whole other entryway for buses. Right, so you'll have like your valley bus line, right? So this will take you up and down the busway. But then you have also like inner city to go ahead and link up, and then take you more so on these bus routes down into town here. And then there was another section of like the Ario Secco that I mean, very loosely took inspiration from. So you had one section that was built first, or actually I believe it was, oh man, I forget which one was built first. I think it was the tunnel section. And then they excavated to do the upper level. So they built the tunnel section first, and then they needed, a whole nother one-way section. At first, this was a two-lane, like a two-way. So this had traffic flow in both directions, but they had to add this section. So for this portion of the Ario Secco, I guess I tried to take inspiration from, so I did something like this. So I'm sure at one point I can maybe reconfigure it to where this section does sit up higher and this one's sunk down. I like that in theory. So it is something I could potentially incorporate. But that's what inspired this section, really. So maybe we do end up with like a stadium or something in these parts. Might be pretty cool. But yeah, we're cooking. We are slow cooking. About 275 right now, and set for 6 hours. Yeah, so it's coming along. I'm gonna fill this section in, and we'll see what's up after that. I do have a big idea that I'm actually gonna throw in. Let's do it next stream. Next time I'm on, I'm gonna attempt something pretty freaking cool. Now the idea is cool. I don't want to spoil it, but it's gonna be. Let's give a hint. It's gonna be. So I built a skate park one time, and that thing turned out really cool. So it's gonna be skateboard adjacent. Yeah, so we're doing that next stream. So jealous. I have the patience to really put everything into detail, so I can't for the life of you. That's really what it comes down to is patience, right? I mean, like, because you can see something in your mind's eye, but like to just leave it there, you know, it just takes time to really, I don't know, add detail. Like, yeah, I don't know, you can go without detail, but then going without detail is boring. I don't know, like, this wouldn't not look anything near as good without, like, just these simple little decals. So just that little extra step, especially with something like this, these decals just freaking sell it. So it is a little bit of extra work, but yeah, that patience can really just turn out some really awesome results. I don't know, I'd recommend a little extra tree there, a little extra decal there, and you're cooking with butter. And this is janky. I am 100% aware, but I will fix it after I get buildings plopped. Because as soon as you drag these, it's gonna break the grid. So I'll fix it eventually. Yeah, for this style, I've just been working like inside out of each square. I'll just kind of start with like the idea of where all the homes are going to sit within the middle, and then I'll just kind of, yeah, when I'll just brush up against like the larger sections, and then you get spaces like this, and then you get to fill that. So it's working out pretty effective. Something simple we could do. Actually end up doing a lot for us here. About all it needs. Maybe that and some decals. Yeah, this one does. This one does just fine. I thought those showed up on top, but I guess not. Alrighty. Alright, that does it. Yeah, that looks good. Figure one thing I can do though, this will be pretty sweet. This one might look pretty good. Nice. Try to get a different color. Make it red. Oh, that's a good blend. Nice.
And we still have a ton of residential demand. So this is going to be a wacky one. So okay, we're getting pretty close. Honestly, we have like this section. Figure we have 2 more, and a little bit of this and that. So yeah, it's coming along.
All right, y'all. With that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and call it for today's stream. So it's the new year. We have a lot of things to look forward to. Figure the passing off, the handoff here that we got with Ice Flake is, I mean, it's, so far so good. So keep looking up, and we'll keep chugging along here in the new year. I'm freaking excited as hell for this map. It is looking phenomenal. This is definitely I guess, maybe like the next step in how I'm trying to build. So definitely pushing my limits with this one. So trying new stuff all over the board here, and definitely aiming for a good amount of density, given the way that the agents work in this game though. Figure we might not even break like we might not even break like 250,000, so we'll see. We'll see how it all goes, but I'm excited to get there. There is a lot we can end up doing with this map. Like there is this whole like hillside, whole coast over here, and there is just a lot to it. So can't wait to get back. Not sure when I will. I know, so in the new year, I've got more of a, I guess, an idea of what I want to do. So I would like to stream regularly. So I would like to stream at least once a week. One whole time a week. And I would like to release one whole video a month. So I would like to stream weekly, and I would like to drop a video monthly for YouTube. So those are my new goals for the year. If you see me slacking, let me know. But I mean, it's looking pretty good for it. So I'm gonna stick with that as being my goal right now. I said it out loud. I announced it. I'm speaking it into existence. So you remember you remade Los Angeles entirely, so it was fun. Got so excited on the idea what it would look like when it's done. That when you almost finish, you stopped because you just got impatient for the finished product. Oh. So like laying down the bare bones kind of thing. So you made it, right? So you remade Los Angeles entirely? That's awesome. So I'm going to actually, I know I'm gonna want to redo this now that we have pretty good reason to do it. As far as linking this up, we can definitely start to get some more breathability for our arterials in here by just connecting these up, so these people can all hit the highway right here and not have to go all the way this way, right? So that is going to do a ton for the breathability in here. So definitely going to just mark this up and put redo next stream. So I'm going to do this, and I'm also going to set out, I haven't picked a good location for it, but I will set out, we're going to be going into the mountains next stream for sure too. So I'm going to want to get this finished, and then I'm actually going to just do a fun project just to kind of take a break from you know, all this city building in here. I'm going to take a break from this, and we'll take a journey out to the mountains. Be like a little vacation, you know. So we'll go out here vacay, and then we'll build something that will, I hope, be pretty cool. I think it'll be pretty groundbreaking. If I'm not, well, I guess I am tooting my own horn. So I think it's gonna be pretty sweet, y'all. So I'm gonna see you next time. As far as the day I'm picking to stream, don't know yet. I have no idea, but I will let you know as soon as I'm able to, yeah, pretty much just like isolate a couple hours out of a particular day. But yeah, until then, yeah, thanks for tuning in. I'm Shibby Man. I know it's been a long time, but I'm still here. Um, and as long as I'm here, I'm gonna, I don't know, play this game until I pick a new one. So, really appreciate you guys. And thanks for the support. I know that it sucks that I probably just dropped off, like, and I didn't even say anything because I didn't think I was important enough to say anything. But that kind of in of itself is pretentious. You know what I mean? So I definitely should have given you guys an update before I just dipped out for a couple months. Um, but I do appreciate you. I was just really freaking busy. Of course, it was the holidays, and I just kind of didn't stream. I didn't make the time. That's on me. So I will be doing that for the new year. And yeah, thanks again, y'all. So we'll call it a day, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks again for tuning in, y'all. I'm Shibby Man. Have a good night. Have a good day. Have a good morning. Have a good afternoon. Have a good evening. Wherever you are. Later.